Thank you.
have to grab some when I get that.
We taking the tour?
Yes.
I'd like to see it.
All right, so we're gonna start with Inkon design.
Okay. Mr. Jackson, our tour guide. Inkon design.
This is the building's computer tech. He has an office upstairs. He's Mr. PC Repair King. He keep us running.
Mr. Harris, can you kind of share with our citizens some of the things, what you print back here? Because a lot of people think it's just
It's not just T-shirts.
Right.
Okay, Joe, see right here. Get the first one. Yellow. Every year we print that for that NAACP. These are displayed. That's primarily what we do. We print display. We can print banners. We print, of course, a lot of T-shirts. We do magnetics for your cars. Anything that's display. These are solvent printers. These are kind of industry standard. These are a lot of people using latex, but the solvent I like better because it stands up to UV much longer, and it's more durable. You don't have to laminate it as much. But this printing was something that I brought here because I taught drafting at the high school, and this is all transferable skills, basically the same thing. So, this is what we do.
This is awesome. So you print T-shirts, you print banners, you print posters.
Yeah.
And you print for various occasions.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is a really good
Signs,
backdrops, really
Right.
good resource for a really good business for our city, because we have a lot going on here, and citizens can come and have items printed here. Family reunions, for things of that nature, for T-shirts and banners. And
Yes, ma'am. One thing we did, I think it was last week, one of the candidates, a judge, needed her truck. We did a partial wrap for her truck, put a picture on the vehicle. So if people need vehicles, if they're contractors, we can hook that up for them too.
And you do, I'm looking at all these machines, so you do this all in-house.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep, so what are the benefits of having actual in-house printing?
Well, for me, I think that we need to be, self-sufficient. We could outsource a lot of stuff, but it won't grow our city. It'll grow wherever somebody else is. By doing it here, even if it's harder, less profitable to do it, we need to develop our skills and train our people here.
I think Mr. Harris has said something very key. He said, even though it's a little hard, he said he's committed to investment in the city of East St. Louis, which is what I'm committed to, which is what this administration is committed to. We're committed to using the resources that we have in-house and growing them and then moving abroad. So I really, really appreciate Mr. Harris, Mr. Jackson for the sacrifice that you have made to invest in the city of East St. Louis. This is one of the very reasons why citizens need to be out supporting this business, as I intend to support this business. And I'm very thankful that Mr. Jackson and Mr. Harris have allowed us to be here today to take a tour. So I guess, thank you for that. We'll be moving on to the next area. Everybody going into our next office. This is the Pro Level office.
Hi, Mayor. Welcome to Pro Level.
Thank you, sir.
So glad to have you.
Absolutely, my pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
So we have.
Yes, well, I'm here. I'm Nick Cannon. I'm the Director of Sports and Entertainment for Pro Level, Mayor. And we are greatly appreciative of Mr. Jackson here allowing us to use his building as our office setup. And at this time, I'm going to let you speak with our clinical director, Mr. May. Mr. Corey May.
How are you?
Pleasure.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Pro Level. We're excited that you're here and you're walking through the building, and we've enjoyed our stay here. It's been a wonderful experience to engage the community and just be involved and get them reconnected in a community effort. We're just really ecstatic to be serving people, and we're humbled by that. We have a lot of projects going on, and we're just excited about getting other people involved, and people in our community actually have a chance to get involved in our projects. That's one of the things that we are excited about.
Can you tell us a little bit about what Pro Level does and what give us an example of what a project might consist of?
Well,
I got one off the
go ahead and
top.
get your
Okay, when we think of Pro Level, we want you to think of giving back to our community, and not only our community here in East St. Louis, but around the metropolitan area. We have 4 or 5 different divisions. We work in the sports and entertainment program. We work in the clinical program. We are working in the real estate program, which is huge for us. And we also have the ministry and human resource, where we are now able to hire individuals looking for employment. So we're really blessed to be able to do that. And so once again, Pro Level is all about giving back to certain communities.
Right, and we actually call it a 360 approach.
Yeah.
And what Nick was alluding to is that even if it's real estate, we have a training room where we do seminars, financial literacy, teaching folks how to go out and seek opportunities for themselves, helping them fill out job applications,
Yes.
and the mental health component of being in poverty, what it's like to get something after being impoverished, to know how to still get up in the morning, deal with depression, take care of your jobs, the job that you've gained through Pro Level most likely. Teaching our youth life skills when they show up on a job and they're not being treated fairly, how to maintain that job even though they're getting attitude, and not being able to lose that job and just walk off of that job. The life skills that it takes to be humble and maintain your job, and then to follow the proper channels to support themselves and get advocation from other folks who can actually help them, maybe even seeking the mayor's help in the mayor's office. The 360 approach deals with everything from even DJ Mike T. Come over here, Mike. And so we have a lot of spiritual leaders and guys that we say we've been through pretty much a lot. Our experiences allow us to kind of reach out and help people in different places. Myself, he might say the clinical division. I'm a former warden, counselor, Department of Children and Family Services manager. So I've been in and out of homes throughout the community, which is why we know a lot of the people, a lot of the families, a lot of the mothers. We know a lot of the things that go on, from substance abuse, things that you use to cope, to maintain yourselves because you suffer from a lack of hope. And just trying to interject things back into the family, into the community. Feed them, get them to prosper. And we know that when you put your guard down, you're more likely to let us in and actually create a relationship with you. When we create a relationship, then we can get real, just like in therapy, and I can really help you with the things that you need that impact you. And even in focused attention in school for kids and things of that nature. And they really may not have ADHD, they really just have, can you help me?
So it sounds like you guys are taking a holistic approach.
Yes, ma'am.
To building up individuals in our community that may need that help. And I really like that. So is that where the 360 comes from?
That's the 360.
Where you take a holistic approach.
Yes,
like,
right.
you try and touch every area in a person's life that needs to be touched.
Yes, ma'am.
It sounds like you guys are meeting needs so that you can help the person. You know how it is when a need is unmet. That need needs to be met in order for them to be able to be helped in the areas of need. community health.
Right, you're
so
right.
we really, really
Right.
appreciate that you guys are working on a grassroots level to help heal this community.
And we're also trying to get the youth off the street by employing them and letting them know that
That's
they have
key.
a future. You know, because that's what I've been doing for the last 30 years is employing youth on both sides of the river. So Al brought me in to work the Human Resource Department so that we can do that. And we're also working to help feed the seniors since the Meals on Wheels was taken away and all those things that the seniors lost. We've already committed, McDonald's has already committed to us from Collinsville to help us feed the seniors breakfast and employ individuals. So we are open for doing anything in the community that we can. You saw we had the cleanup during our open house. That was a start to put our name out there, and now that our name is out there, we have so many services to offer. And that's what we're doing.
How can people who may need your services get in touch with you? How can they reach you?
Oh, I can tell you that.
Yes.
If you would, allow me to properly introduce that young lady. That's one of our real estate directors, Miss Amanda. Say hi to the
Hi, and join us
citizens.
every Tuesday, 7 p.m. because we're holding classes on how you can become not only homeowners, but maybe landlords or business owners or something within this area to help you live within the area in a means that makes you to your best. Also, that's every Tuesday at 7 p.m. But you can also call Pro Level at 618-207-8241. Again, that's 618-207-8241, and we'll help you in many ways. All you gotta do is let us know what that need is, and we're gonna find something to help.
That's awesome.
Because you know
That's
we're also
awesome.
working with agencies where we can send individuals once we hire them on different sites to be employed until we start hiring individuals to help with the construction that we're doing, the building of the community in Centerville, the 2,500 homes that we're doing. We're working on projects on this side of the river and the other side of the river. So we're out there trying to employ and empower as many people as possible.
Right. All right. Well, you guys heard it here. Pro Level is trying to employ.
That's right.
And you know, many of our young people, men and women,
Right.
need employment. So,
I have a question. Do you work with former inmates to get them back into the
Yes.
workforce?
It's actually, just recently had a meeting with some partners with Amarin, and we're looking at the reentry program, and they're doing a lot of research on, it's very important. We know we can work with the high-functioning individuals who are ready to be trained up to work, but we met this afternoon because it was really important to me that we have not just ex-felons, non-violent, we even have violent felons, or whatever classification, that we work with them to get them paying jobs with Ameren and everyone else. And they're open to that, and that's something that we were kind of really celebrating today.
Good.
That partnership looks like it's going to take place in 2019. We're just working out the details. And our idea is just to be able to give everyone and meet them where they're at and see what adjustments they need. Like we always knew what Jackie Robinson meant to the black community. Josh Gibson was a little bit more aggressive. If he might have been called a name, he might have run into the audience and kind of, taken things into his own hands. We're looking to train our kids up like Jackie and teach them how to deal with that stress, and be able to maintain their life so they can support their families. We have men calling us all day, every day. Fathers, former incarcerated fathers. What do you have for me? Can I get a job? Can I get work? We're not seeing people who don't want to work. We're kind of seeing people, we don't look at them as criminals, we look at them as desperation crimes. We don't know who you are until you have that pressure off. And then that's who you pretty much are. But right now, it's pretty much been desperation. Food, eat, I want what you have. My dreams may not come true due to systemic issues. And we want to give people a chance to kind of breathe and see, like, hey, I kind of want to be a mayor. I want to study under the mayor. I want to go on to politics. They don't really know because they've always dealt with that survival pressure of trying to get something to eat, or I don't like the way what it looks like where I live, and I want something that looks better. So we understand that we can give them homes, but you're still going to sit in the home and kind of like, wow, I went through that. What does that do to you? As a therapist, I know what anxiety does to you, and so just getting them to have self-compassion, forgive themselves, and then they feel better about themselves. Now they want to treat you better because they feel better.
One of the first calls I got the other day was from a gentleman down at the City Hall. And I asked him, what was he calling for? He said, I read about you guys in the paper. I want you to know first off that I'm a felon. And I said, we're not worried about that. And we're trying to get you back in the game.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and someone has to do that. Otherwise, they'll all be out in the street. I think of the athletes at Eastside, for example. We always concentrate on the top 5 guys that's got the scholarships. But then the rest of the football team that didn't get scholarships and graduated, what do we do? You know, they're left in the streets and people just forget about them. So what we're trying to do is let everybody know that they're important. You don't have to be a scholar to be important. You know, we want to let them know that they're important to us. And sometimes that's all individuals need to know is that somebody cares.
Right.
And pro level cares.
I'll be remiss if I didn't share this here with you, Mayor. Pro Level's DNA, it resides right here in East St. Louis, Illinois. First chance we get to communicate with you to where we could better our city, we would love to. If you would like, we could give you guys a tour. Amanda would do that for you. We have space here in our office area, and we're just thankful that you guys have came to check us out.
Well,
Okay?
And I just have to say that we're thankful to be here and to learn even more about, I think this is not my first time here, but this is my first time, you know, kind of like getting a full presentation
Great.
about everything
Great.
that you guys have going on. And, you know, again, the idea about behind ESTL Proud is to highlight the resources and small businesses that we have that are helping people. And you guys are helping people. This is a resource, it's a gold mine, and people need to know about it. So I'm sure people are watching live
And we are
and
always
are
saying
learning
Yeah.
about this resource. So we're really happy about that. And we're turning it back over to you guys to give us the tour.
Well, we'll give you the tour, and we have to speak on behalf of our founder,
Sure.
Mr. Al Bush. It's a very important meeting at this time where you couldn't join us. But it's that guy there with the mastermind that put this pro-level enterprise together. So, hey, come on and let's take a tour of the pro-level office.
We want to start it. We want to start our hairstyle.
Oh, you want me? Okay, well, follow me this way. We'll go to the training facility. Love your All right, so everyone gets in.
Bass voice. My goodness.
This is considered to be our training facility. What you'll have here is you mentioned we do the 360 approach, the mental, the physical, the spiritual. We actually have a pastor, Pastor DeLauren, and he actually does services on, I believe, Sunday and Bible study on Wednesday. We actually are set up, we actually do mentoring, and what I meant by the clinical division is that we have a mentoring program that services youth from 2 to 12, men and boys, girls and boys, on Saturdays, and then from ages 12 to 19 for young men and young women. And those programs are open, they are free. With the space you see here, you'll have computers where they can work on resumes. We'll do training here for life skills. We're doing the financial literacy program here. We're meeting with Ameren here to work out our details. We even also host football games and do things of that nature just so people from the community can come in and introduce themselves. And we can just kind of piggyback around. And I would like to say if there are any youth watching this, there are coding things that we're working on doing with different companies. I met with Boeing this morning with different things that they want to do with aerodynamics and physics and things of that nature. So this is also an opportunity for you to call in and say, hey, what about this idea, that idea? We're also open into funding enterprises and different things and getting other companies off the ground through diversified business enterprises and minority businesses if we can come up with them. And it's a good idea, bring it to pro level, we'll help you work it out. And so this being the training room, this is kind of what we use that for. Yes, Nick.
Mayor, we would love to show you guys our executive suite area. If you all would follow us. Sure.
Yeah, we got our bill, repair, update. I want to do some classes. I got my little board up here. My class with the web of people.
Introduce yourself real quick. We're on Facebook Live,
Oh, really?
and Larry's on live as well, Mr. Duncan.
I am Terrence Bullock, the owner, sole operator of PC Repair King.
We're thankful to be here with you at PC Repair King. This is another business, citizens, that's located right here on 4601 State Street. Again, Mr. Terrence is here. He's over repairing computers. We have it right here on 4601 State Street. Can you tell us a little bit more about your business?
Well, I started with upgrading everyone's computers in the building, and then Mr. Jackson offered me an office in the building and said, well, since you think you're good enough to do computer repair, you better make sure you know how to do what you're doing. I said, I've been doing it for years. So once I got established up here, I started buying computers that I could repair and upgrade and selling them to people in the building and doing out calls to people, local businesses in the area, and everything took off from there.
Well, Terrence,
So now I'm online selling, and I'm also, once they get the elevator repaired, I'm really going to take off because I want to expand from this office here and take everything over all the way back there.
Okay, well, we really appreciate you sharing it with us. So, citizens, you heard it. Like, if you have a PC that needs to be repaired, you can get it repaired right here at PC Repair King, right here on 4601 in State Street. Thank you so much for sharing with us your business today.
No problem.
Where you every day. Can you give us your name?
Okay, I'm Ella McLeod,
Ms. McLeod.
and this is the boutique for Temple Deliverance, Church of God in Christ. We sell men, women clothing. We also do baskets, and I'm wearing this hat this time because October is breast cancer month, and we're doing different baskets and stuff for breast cancer. We sell purses, men's suits. I do have men's suits, but I'd rather them order them, you know, because it's different when you're dealing with men. You know, you need to know the size of them.
And can you tell the citizens again what's the name of your boutique?
Boutique is Egolis, E-G-O-L-I-S.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, you know, I know we have a lot of churches in the city of East St. Louis. We have a lot of worshipers in the city of East St. Louis. And here you can come and get wear for church, for evening wear, right here at Eagles
Yes.
Boutique. And we're just excited to be here. Again, resources right here, shops right here in the city of East St. Louis. So, thank you
Thank you so much
for sharing with us the boutique right here again on 4601 State Street. We've done several tours in the building, several businesses in the building, and we just need to really get out and support our local businesses. And we thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you so much.
Do I understand that your church is actually located in this
Yes, our
building?
church is actually located in the building, and also the college. We have a college. It's offered the associate bachelor's, master's, and doctorate program. We also have certificates also.
So how did the church come up with the idea to have a boutique as well as a church and education in the same building? What was the vision behind it?
It's my husband, and he's not here. Dr. Ruff McLeod is the president of it, and he's not here today. So he said that's what the Lord gave us.
She was saying that the theological seminary is actually accredited, no less.
That's awesome.
You're right.
That's awesome. So, I mean, right here, 4601 State Street, you can come and get accredited education in theology, you know. So, I mean, just good stuff. Ms. McLeod, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Like right here, 4601 State Street, we are ESTL proud.
Yes.
Thank you.
You want to tell us a little bit about the market?
Absolutely. Well, we've been here about roughly a year now. We opened back last September, so we just hit our year mark. We just really serve the community. We open 7 days a week. I serve breakfast all day long. We open at 7 a.m. I serve breakfast all day, lunch all day, and start as soon as we open. So if you want to come in and get a burger at 7 a.m., you can. If you want to get a French toast combo, you can. And then we really service the kids at the school. We do a lot with the teachers. You get 10% off military, 10% off if you work at any school in the school district. We try to do uniform officers, 10% off. We sell uniform shirts for $10 for the kids. We sell shirts for football games. We do a little bit of everything. So it's called Flyers Market for a reason. We grasp around the school. I graduated from inside in 95. So, hey, you know what? Orange and who? Blue. You know, so, hey, I'm just a small business owner just trying to get off the ground. It's been good, though. This first year been good. The summer was detrimental. I didn't expect that. Didn't realize how much the school contributed to my business. So, but we're gonna get something going for that. And I'm excited about being here and meeting the mayor. I'm excited about that, y'all.
So you telling me I can come here in the morning and get
Yes,
something
on
for
your way.
breakfast? Hey guys, breakfast right here, 4601 State Street.
Well, right across the street.
Next door.
So right across the street.
Yes.
Yep, 4705
So
State Street.
We just have the kiosk here today,
Yes.
but the actual restaurant
It's next door.
Next door to.
And we also just started U-Haul rental, just to let you guys know. So, hey,
That's right.
not many U-Haul places open on a Sunday. Just throw that out there.
Alright, and today they're selling wings, so if you still feel like stopping on by 4601 State Street, you can get some
Sweet and
good
spicy,
food.
our famous wings.
Yes,
Sauce made in-house.
alright.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks so
Yay.
much for sharing.
Yes.
This is awesome.
I want y'all to come in my business.
Yes, we got to.
Jackson, we just visited a lot of the businesses here at 4601 State Street, and I'm curious, if you're someone who's starting a business or you've got a business and you need office space, what can they do to get some office space here?
Well, normally I get it through phone calls. Some comes in personally. And what I do, I give them a little tour. First thing I need to know is what size space they want, how much space. Do they want just an open space? Do they want space to consider with individual offices? It depends on, what kind of money range you want to be in.
So they have flexible
All-
options?
Yes, and all it's included. The only thing they do here is pay the rent. All utilities included.
Awesome, okay, and then what number do they call if they're interested?
Well, they can call my number person, 618-797-8438.
Alright, if you're looking for office space, call Mr.
They
Jackson.
give me direct.
Alright, thank you.
Well, again, I just kind of want to wrap it up. This tour of City of Professionals has been just wonderful. As you can see, there are a number of businesses in this building, and there's still office space that's left. And the utilities are included in the rent.
Yes,
So
sir.
I know we have many people in the city who are entrepreneurs and they're looking for space. So this is a really nice space if you're a new entrepreneur, you're just trying to get off your feet as a business. This is a wonderful space, and I just want to thank Mr. Harris again. Mr. Jackson, I'm sorry.
That's okay, it's Mr. Harris.
As also Mr. Harris for allowing us to be here today to get behind and support our local businesses. While we are talking about supporting our local businesses, this weekend on Saturday, September 29th, we will have a clean sweep right here in the city of East St. Louis. We're going to be meeting up at the welcome sign area at 6:30 a.m. 6:30 a.m. we're going to meet, and we're going to work from 6:30 to 12 o'clock noon. And after we complete our work at noon, we're going to go back to the welcome sign area. We'll have free food for our volunteers and for the community, for those who have come out to support. We're asking that all of our citizens, all of our corporate citizens, our non-for-profit citizens, everybody in the city and those surrounding areas come out and help us to do our clean sweep. We're going to be doing major demolition. We've partnered with some construction companies who are going to demolish several homes in the Olivet Park area, and we're also going to do some land clearance. With that being said, we're asking that you come out with your boots, your gloves, your safety goggles, and if you have equipment that you would like to bring, from rakes to brooms, to push lawnmowers, to zero turns, to front loaders. We are accepting all of that, to tree trimmers, to weed eaters. Come on out, bring your equipment, your supplies. Again, we're going to meet up at the welcome sign area, and we have divided the area up that we're working in 7 zones. 7 zones. 7 is the number of completion. So 7 zones. We've divided it up, and we want each one of you to come out and be a part, get in your zone, and let's continue to clean up our city. So again, I'm just thankful for Mr. Jackson and Mr. Harris allowing us to be here.
What is the welcome address?
The welcome sign, thank you so much, is 939 St. Clair Avenue. 939 St. Clair Avenue. Again, the kickoff will start, we'll be there early in the morning, 6:30, 7 a.m. we will be departing that area to go into our different zones to work. Thanks again.
Everyone know if you couldn't make it today that the City Professional Center, 4601 State Street, they're open regular business hours, so stop on by. You can ask for Mr. Jackson, ask for Mr. Harris, take a little tour around and meet some of the business owners.
And also, don't forget, as we're going to our different businesses, we want our citizens to get behind the ESTL Proud initiative. So get your t-shirt. We have orange and blue. For the flyers, we have orange and black. For the Tigerettes, we are yes, we do. Because we want to support. We're here for all of our citizens. I'm a flyer at, but that's, you know, we got some for the Tigers too. So black and orange and blue and orange. Don't get left out. ESTL Proud. Let's get behind and support. All right. Thanks so much.
Yeah.